Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Epsilon. How are you all doing? It's been like a month, I think. Yeah, just under a month. Oh man, yeah. Sorry about the whole lack of streaming for the last month. As many of you know, I was off in Japan at the beginning of April. Oh no, I left on the 4th. I was thinking I left on the 9th. Yeah, it's been over a month in. Hanabi, hello. How are you doing? I've been recovering from my trip. I've also been developing my my photographs that I took. I had over 7,500 photographs that I had to go through. I finally developed a lot of them, but I kind of narrowed it down to let me see, 175 on this one, 319 on this one, and the last one I didn't do all that much on the last one. Let me see, 20 on the last one. Okay. So about 500. I have about 500 photos that I would like to eventually go through, but yes. I also have a lot of video that I need to go through. Unfortunately, all the video I took was not done with any sort of stability, so it's going to be very wobbly. How was my trip? It was amazing. I'll probably go over a little bit of my trip at the end of this stream. But I think I want to wait for people to actually show up first. That being said, I do want to go over that. So, we are like 3 days away from the next full moon. So let's just go ahead and I guess head straight towards that. And then after beating the boss, assuming that it doesn't take too long, I can go over some of my photos to Japan.
We're close. We can do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and like basically skip through all the dialogue. Except for like the actual plot dialogue. But yes, the trip was amazing. I will say, Tokyo was crowded as hell, and I did not enjoy my time in Tokyo. And I was there for less than a day. It was really painful.
The moon is almost perfect.
It'll be full in just
like, it wasn't even rush hour, and I was having a hard time with all the crowds on the trains. Tokyo is always crowded. Yeah. That is definitely correct.
I have no intention of relinquishing my abilities and living an empty life. To continue existing as we are, or to die powerless.
I hear you. I know how important this is to you, Takaya. To us, we can't afford to lose it. And
Jin?
If the Dark Hour disappears, we might forget everything that happened.
Oh, wait, how did they know
Forget
that?
you and Chidori, the things we did together, our time at the facility. All of it. To me, that's a fate worse than death. I couldn't care less if that damned facility got erased from my memory. Having this uncontrollable power forced on us, watching everybody we knew disappear one by one. There's just one thing I refuse to forget. Back when I was trapped in that living hell, you spoke to me. Thanks to what you said, I learned how to.
I don't remember this in the original, but it might have been in the original, and I just don't remember. Because it's like, it's been like 15 years, something like that.
If I forget that, I won't have any reason to be alive. It may not be much of a purpose compared to yours. It was just a couple of words, I know. But they meant the whole world to me. So I can't lose this fight either.
Is that so? Well then, why don't we find out together? Whom will fate elect to choose? Them or us?
Right.
November 1st. It's almost time for the home shopping show. That's great. Can also go and talk to the dying dude. I don't know how far on people's social links I've gotten. It's been a while since I played this game, guys.
It's amazing. I'm going to do. Good.
Myoho Muramasa. Is that a weapon?
No.
Sure, I have a lot of money. Over 500,000 yen. Oh, that is one thing I want to talk about. Everything's like super cheap in Japan right now, which has unfortunately brought in a whole bunch of tourists, which I guess I can go into later. But the reason why I say unfortunate, it's good for the people that get their money from tourism, but it is so annoying to have to navigate through crowds because I'm an introvert and I'll be slightly autistic. So I don't like crowds. It's such a pain. The trip to Japan definitely isn't cheap though. Yeah, flying to Japan was like probably more expensive than anything in Japan. I have 2 more with him.
Thank you.
Yeah, I noticed that if you go anywhere early in the morning, like nobody's there.
Celebrate with me.
But as soon as you wait until like 10 or 11 a.m.,
Individual.
everything gets insanely crowded. Free you from what? Or free from what?
From the hospital. They were going to put me under care, but now I don't have to do it.
Hmm?
I guess my body is too weak to undergo surgery.
Oh, he's gonna
I've
die.
opted out of examinations and medication. I'm done with the hospital. Now,
My introverted
I'm
at
just
5
waiting for
a.m.
the
going
end.
to the convenience store to avoid as many people as possible. No. I would wake up at like 5:30 to 6 and catch the earliest trains or buses to go to my destinations, specifically in order to avoid, well, basically the crowds.
But I don't.
I'll
feel
I'll
like
get
I'm
into
being
that in the
singled out anymore.
at the end of the stream, because I have a couple of things to talk about. Because one day I didn't beat the crowds. I was in the middle of the crowds, and I thought I was gonna die. There were just so many people
Everyone is
everywhere.
waiting to die,
I
all
couldn't
the same.
move. Like the entire crowd moved as
Some
like
just
one
have
unit,
longer
and I was
to
a part of
wait
that
than
unit.
But once the time comes, it's the same for all
noise?
of us.
Oh, they're cutting a tree outside. Okay. I heard something
I'm
like fall
still
on the ground,
a
and I was like,
little
"What is
lonely,
that?"
But I've moved past.
Just looked
the
outside my
sadness.
window and saw it though. Pretty sure some people died in those crowds. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. Oh, I know. I could see it if somebody
Could I
fell.
Get a better look at you. I want to remember your face.
Dying young man.
Thank you.
That's just so depressing.
I'm a little bit tired today. The story is almost done.
Oh, you could hear the.
So I'll show it to you soon.
I didn't realize I could hear it. My bad.
I'll come see you again.
I say my bad, but I'm not really sure what I could do to that. I'm surprised it could be picked up. I have like filters and compressors going on into my with my microphone, so it's fine. It's funny.
Oh, it's you.
We're the only ones who can defeat it, so don't let your guard down until the very end. Sure. I don't know if I need to need to worry about that. I think I'm over leveled right now. Veggie lovers, who likes vegetables? Actually, vegetables could be pretty good. Oh, veggie blog for gardens. Never mind. I thought it was about eating vegetables, not garden vegetables. I am not reading that, and it's terrible. The uwoos. Why? Why? I actually do like vegetables when they're prepared the way I like them. I don't like the only available at certain flower shops. I need like a Cronus full of hello. Thank you for coming. Yes, the uwu. I hate it. Look. I'm not a cute lowly girl. I can't do the uwu.
Good morning.
Hello, Fuka. How close are we on your social link? Because I don't remember. Positive the last shadow will appear tomorrow, but Strigum might be up there as well. Anyway, please be prepared. I don't remember how long this is going to be. Sure you can. You're just not trying hard enough. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this ooh enough for you? Fucking hate it. I cringed. I cringed. I made myself cringe, guys. You have to for content. I just did it. That's as much as you're getting from me. Level 8. Putting your fingers together.
Please don't laugh at this, okay?
Good
The other
enough,
day,
right? Yeah,
I let
good enough.
Yukari-chan try a new dish I made. She liked it so much, she ended up eating it all. So I told her it was meant to return the favor for what everyone's done for me. But she got really confused and asked me what favor this was about. It didn't seem like she had any idea what I was talking about, so I told her the whole story. And when I finished, she burst out laughing. She told me I didn't need to do anything like that.
I don't remember what this favor was either, but in my defense, it's been like a month since we had this conversation.
She said, when you're friends, you don't keep score.
Yep, that's true, that's true. She's right. Ha 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 ha, that's funny. I'm just gonna say she's right.
I've been lying this whole time. To you and to myself. I don't think it was actually ever about repaying everyone. I am grateful, but that's not what I really wanted to say. What I really want is just to be with everyone. Forever.
Zuto Isha? Yeah, that's not yandere at all.
The truth ended up being so much simpler, and I just wanted to make that clear. I've just never had the confidence to be honest about my feelings. So I wanted to say I'm sorry for dragging you into this lie.
Yeah, what a liar.
And
She needs to be disciplined.
I know I
By
don't
Mitsuru.
really have the right to ask
Fuko
this.
wants to see it. Once they seize harem, it's canon.
I hope you and I can
You know what?
continue
Yes,
to
that's
be
fine.
friends.
That's fine with me. Here's to us, of course. Yeah, here's to us.
Yes, here's to us. I think I'm going to try and be more.
This feels like
accepting
the
of who I
end
am,
of the social link,
And
but
I'm
it said it
not
was
going to tell
only
myself
rank
I'm worthless
9.
anymore.
I'm sorry, rank 8.
Because I have such wonderful friends all around me now.
Okay, go away. There we go.
Would you maybe like to try cooking together sometime? I never asked because I assumed I'd be wasting your time. But I've always wanted to try cooking.
Wait, have we
with a
not cooked
friend.
with her in the dorm? Oh, actually, I don't think we have. I don't think she's ever wanted to cook at the dorm.
Yes, thank you.
I didn't even pay attention to what the options were. I'm not very good at it. Okay, yeah. Anyway, yes, we are ranked 9. One more, and we get ranked 10 with her. But it's time for the
Tomorrow will
next.
finally be our last
Oh,
operation.
sorry. The next tomorrow is for the next
Yeah.
boss fight. Oh yeah, now that you made friends through your lies, you're gonna act all cute and shit, huh?
We've been through so much over the last half year or so. Don't you think?
Didn't feel that long. Yeah, it was rough. I try not to think. I try not to think.
Oh, no?
Hey, it was way better than just doing nothing, right? Besides, we made some new friends.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, that's true.
Not a single thing we've done has been for
Relatable.
nothing.
No thoughts, head empty.
It's been 2.5 years since I got this power. And it's been worth it.
Sanada-san.
You read my mind. Shared brain cell moments.
Don't forget, we got to meet Koro-chan too. Still, 2.5 years is a long time, Sanada-senpai. Oh, wait. It's been even longer for Aigis, hasn't it?
Yeah, 10 years, right?
I was in stasis for much of that time, so I haven't been operational for very long.
How about you, Kirijo-senpai? You got your start before Sonata-san, right?
Me? Yes, it was just me at first. Of course, C's wasn't around back then, and this was just a regular dorm.
What happened to the other people that were in here?
You too?
No. I've been aware of the Dark Hour since I was a child. Once, my father's research team was ambushed by shadows while they were investigating Tartarus. When I witnessed the attack,
My brain cell is
I
trembling
awakened to
violently.
my persona.
This temporary link with your brain cell has stimulated it.
That's what happened?
Apparently, I was the first ever to reliably control my persona. If that had never happened, then maybe none of you would be going through this right now.
Senpai.
Someone would have gotten involved eventually. It's not like we could just ignore what the shadows do to people.
I suppose.
On the eve of the final shadow, I can feel a quiet passion for my friends. I sense a strong bond with them. We're almost up at the end of, oh, never mind, we're only at 6. I was thinking that
Tomorrow is our last
I
operation.
thought we had them.
So
I thought we
make sure
maxed
to
it
rest up
out
tonight.
with the last boss, but I guess not. It's where people named Brian go when they get arrested. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. 100% true. Anyway, let me equip this replica sword. I saw a replica Teppo when I was in Japan at one of the castles. At Matsumoto Castle, I believe. I wanted to buy it. Why is this so weak? Like, there's gotta be a reason why it lets me get these late game swords that have like 100 power. But I just don't know what it is. The anger of being tricked turns into power. I guess it's just turning enemies raged? Is that it? I don't even know why you have armor. But yes, anyway, I wanted to buy a full-size Teppo replica. But even though it was a replica, I'm not sure how I would be able to explain that going to all the other parts of Japan. A Teppo being an old school gun from the Sengoku era. Like 1600s musket, basically. I really wanted to buy it, but I had to talk myself out of it because, like, I didn't have anywhere I could put it. And I couldn't just walk around with that kind of thing while traveling between my hotels and whatnot. Like walking around with that without getting side-eye. It would have been pretty funny just to see some random gaijin walking around with a gun. Like a old school gun, not like a modern gun. But it probably would have gotten a little bit of well, it probably would have freaked some people out. Yeah. I don't really know what I can do right now. Like, I've already maximized all my stats, so I guess I can go plan some stuff, but I was going to play it with other people, but nobody wanted to play it with me. I mean, at least the crowd wouldn't have to have bothered you as much. Out of the way, guys. I need to get some good pictures here. Wait, that didn't take time? I thought that always took time to plant. Alright, can you... what persona do I have equipped? Bishamonten. That's right, that's right. I made this guy to be like a super powerful physical attacker. Alright, strength, awesome. That works. I am the incarnation of people's intrusive thoughts. Increased it by 3. Wow. Alright, time for the boss. I hope. Wait, what event happens after this boss? Because if it's the event that I think it's going to be, I thought it happened at the end of December. Wait, hold on. I can't remember now. I don't know how long this, the after boss scene is gonna be. Because I can't remember which one it is. Because one of them means that you have to go... No. I think it's the one after this.
It's at the south end of the Moonlight Bridge.
I think.
The 12th and final shadow.
Because we have to go back to Tartarus, I believe. But I don't think that that's tonight. That's the next event, I believe.
So this is it.
Christmas depends on how fast you can murder a monster instead of an actual date. But what if the date is the monster? Or what if the monster is the
And
date?
as we expected, I'm detecting more Persona users near Strega.
They know this is their last chance. We expected as much, but don't be careless.
How did they know where the monster would be? The shadow.
Saves us the trouble of looking for them.
Dating a monster to trigger Christmas.
You've all fought.
Sounds kind of hot to
thus
me.
far.
I'm into Monster Musume's.
This will be our last operation. Let's all come back safely.
Got it.
Roger that.
Of course.
I have a lot of anime I have to catch up on, though. Being in Japan, I couldn't, like, watch any of it. I've watched the first couple of episodes of the Blue Archive anime, and, like, the first 2 episodes of the Mushoku Tensei Core 2, Season 2. But there's a whole bunch of other anime that I want to watch, like Konosuba.
Yes.
I also want to watch that one about the 2 grandparents who become young again. Oh, Spice and Wolf! I need to watch Spice and Wolf too. I watched the first 2 episodes. That is a helicopter. Wait, isn't there like an enemy in Persona 4 that has something like that? Yeah, I saw all of that. Nah, I'm dating an energy drink? Oh no. Need to watch it all though. Yeah, there's a lot of anime I need to watch.
What is at stake today? You claim you hunt the shadows to prevent the disaster they bring. Yet, countless lives are lost each day, even without their intervention. The ability to use a persona is not in itself evil. You have no reason to forsake it.
Finally watch solo leveling.
Why not?
Yeah, my brother
just
told me that
admit
solo
it?
leveling's amazing,
You
so
do
I
not
kind of want to watch it
truly
too.
wish to eliminate
The wrong way to
Dark
use
Hour.
healing magic. That sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if I've actually read the manga or not.
You are merely deceiving yourselves in the pursuit of
Now, is solo leveling a regression anime or is it a isekai? Who cares? You're wrong! We're doing this for justice!
believe that. You are foolish children indeed. Erasing the dark
It's not
hour
isekai?
is the
Ah,
same as
okay.
erasing yourselves. How can you not even
Is it actually
conceive
just a
such
fantasy?
thought? Your imprudence is truly beyond comprehension. As I believed, our goals are
It kind of is, but isn't.
It's time, Jin.
What a bunch of fools. I can't stand
You'll
to
understand in
look at
episode
you.
1, yeah. I'll need to watch it.
Fate.
Or read the
shall
manga.
decide
I think
which
either
of us
works,
will win
probably.
me. Come then.
Or I say manga. I think it's manhwa, isn't it? That one's Korean, right?
These 2 are serious. But I know you can do this.
Now, I probably should have actually paid attention to who my party members
In
were.
this situation.
Yeah, let's try not to get shot by that dude, because his gun one-shot Shinji. Have you watched Tomodachi Game? It's kind of silly, but
Awaiting orders.
very interesting. I've not heard of that one, so no, I can't say that I have.
Persona.
One step at a time. I've got you.
Alright, I buffed everybody.
You guys just don't know when to quit.
Hate Riser! Since when could you use that? Oh dear.
Now then, it is time for your judgment. Death.
My gal. Woo!
What to do?
Bisha Molten.
Pull the trigger.
She doesn't even have Mediaranhan or whatever it's called. Mediaharan, I think that's what it's called.
It is time. This is my duty.
Kind of similar to the Classroom of the Elite, but with more action. I never saw that one either. And you guys are not taking nearly as much,
What's happening?
Why would you do that?
You have more than just luck on your side. So be it. Death to all fools.
Awesome. Too slow.
What does Confuse do?
Gonna use an item.
What are you doing? Do I have a May patch for Jim? Yes, I do.
This should work.
Since when did they have flashbangs? I'm gonna have to heal everybody, actually. Chicken saute. Alright, guys, don't mind us. We're just gonna eat some food right quick.
There you go.
That was close.
Did Satan just come out of Bro's head? What?
Let's do this.
Hold on a second. I do not consent to this.
Try not to let them target your weakness.
Since when could they do that?
What next?
Stay sharp, everyone.
I don't think I was prepared for this fight, guys.
Just hold on for now. You'll get out of this.
Requesting permission to use this.
Okay, so, go ahead and heal. Drink some water after our food. Stop it with the frickin' grenades!
What's happening?
My head is spinning.
I think I'm over leveled. Yeah, I know, right? Can't believe I said that.
Try and calm down.
How do you confuse a robot?
Now's the time. It won't use.
Unappreciated.
Yeah, no, you're not.
My power.
No, you're not indeed.
He's gonna win this.
Yeah, we're increasing everybody's evasion. I still have the boss fight after this, don't I?
Death.
Don't think so.
I'll go with give him what to do.
So let me just make sure. So he's with the ice. He's resistant to almost everything. Do I have anybody else? Why didn't I No, I don't have anybody else. No critical hit.
Pull the trigger.
Lame. You. Blind that dude. That guy sucks. Bernanon, hello. How are you doing? Yes, it is I.
Persona, engage.
Hey, it actually hit all 5 times, I think.
Let's go.
Alright, that's enough of a warm-up.
Please no.
It's time.
I had enough of this warm-up, and I don't really want to deal with the real deal. Oh, thank goodness he missed.
Fighting others with the same power. And what difficult opponents they are. Look at how you squander your potential. It's beyond comprehension. Death.
Mudon! Since when could you use that? I think I have Homunculi, though.
Energy. I can use it now.
I can't use this? Oh, that was... Sorry, that was Fuka's, not mine.
Now's the time.
Hit him in the stomach, he clenches his head. That makes sense.
Thank you for your support. It is time. Palladium!
I'm not using my Theurgy with anybody else because I still have a boss after this.
What's happening?
You cannot dodge that apparently.
This is the true ability of such
Use your
favorite
Theurgy.
persona user.
Megidola, how about you don't do anything like that?
Successfully avoided.
Woo!
Yukari-chan's confused.
Yeah, I know she's confused. Let's see, do I have anything that can cure confusion? I think I have something that heals everybody and our elements. Or not. Do I not have an item that heals everybody and cures your any status effects? I guess I don't. I must have made that up.
Pull the trigger.
Honestly, I wish Aegis would be faster than Yukari. Because I wanted to attack with Minato. Bro is like a trash can. Step on his toes. And he opens his mouth. You know what? No, we're just gonna kill him. Or try to anyway. Need to get rid of frickin' Takaya. There we go! Alright, one of them's down.
Takaya! Now you've done it.
Did what?
Well, so are we.
Who's gonna win this?
Let's increase our evasion. That flop though. Why are you heat rising yourself? Someone replay that. It was kind of a dramatic one, wasn't it? I wish I had Takanja. Wait, no. Aegis has Takanja, doesn't she? I think she does anyway. No, it's Takunda. Crap. Takunda is the one that removes buffs from debuffs from us. I wanted to remove the buffs on the enemy.
There you go.
What's happening?
Oh my gosh! Stop this crap! Only have that's my last one.
What next? I'll show you my power.
I am not right. Yeah. Nullify stat debuffs for allies. And I'm looking for Takanja.
Who's gonna win this?
Punch him!
I've never had to fight this hard before. You guys sure are trouble. Here.
Thank goodness he missed. Why do I keep using this one? This one isn't the strong one, is it?
In this situation,
The one at the bottom's more powerful.
Thank you very much.
I'm using the wrong attack.
Activating. Palladium. Move out.
I was shot so much by his freaking flash grenade that I just forgot how to use my my attacks correctly. Oh, thank goodness.
Damn. These guys are tougher than I thought. Here.
Stop it with the flash grenade, you piece of crap!
happening?
Oh, good. Nobody got a. Never mind. Akihiko did. Where'd you even get those grenades? Japan doesn't allow explosives.
With this, I can fight even better.
Sama Recarm. I really need Media Rahan.
A new skill. Gonna have to try it out.
Oh, he has the Rahan.
So, us experiments can't even stand up to a naturally awakened persona.
Why is the water red?
Experiments?
For us, it's not so simple. Our powers weren't awakened naturally. We can't even use them without straining our bodies. Don't you remember what your dead pal was carrying?
So you were giving Shinji the suppressants.
You guys don't have the slightest clue what'll happen if the Dark Hour disappears, do you?
How do you know what'll happen if the Dark Hour
It won't matter
disappears?
for normal people, since they don't remember anything anyway. But without the Dark Hour, even Persona users like us will...
Jin, that's enough. Now then, ordinarily we would withdraw here. But that is not an option tonight. This body, ephemeral though it may be, is worthless without my power. Therefore, I've only one choice. I shall prove my existence here and now. What are you doing?
Don't be so reckless!
Jin?
Sorry, but... I haven't forgotten what you said to me. You win. Go on, defeat the Shadow. Maybe then you'll see what you've been fighting for this whole time.
Wait a sec. Don't tell me you're gonna jump.
I'd rather die than surrender to you!
That was what Jin was about to do. Unless his Magnum suddenly an evoker.
Take a good look! This is how we live!
I think that's how you die, actually.
They jumped.
I think one of them jumped. The other one just got pulled along.
What the hell?
Don't let it get to you. They chose how they wanted to go out.
I think one of them chose how they wanted to go out.
We're not done here
The
yet.
other one was just going to shoot himself.
Our real target is waiting. Let's just focus on that for now.
Leader,
The last shadow is floating in front of us. I'm not sensing any movement from it. Yeah, it was nice of it to just watch our battle. Alif, hello. Long time no see. Hope you're doing great. I'm doing perfect. This is my first stream in a while. Oh, hang on. I should have saved it in a different slot. I'm an idiot. Oh, well, whatever. Dude jumps. This one person who's always states the obvious. He jumps. Yes, yes. But yes, I'm doing great. I'm back from Japan now. And have to go over some of that stuff. Koromaru. Do you have Takaja? Who has Takaja? I want somebody with Takaja. That way I don't have to deal with that heat riser crap again. How do I... There we go. Who has Takaja? I don't want to use Ken. How about we just stick with our current party? I'll go ahead and heal up everybody, though. I have enough life stones that it doesn't matter if I use them in excess. Did I get myself a waifu? I wish I got myself a waifu. I did not, though. I did not. I actually didn't really speak to anybody when I was in Japan, except for, like, my friend who was living over there. Oh, yeah. Can I get a... no, it doesn't look like I can have Fuka buff me before I go into the fight. But yeah, I didn't really get any conversations with the locals, except for the people at the hotels I was at. And most of that was in broken
This is the
English.
final battle. I'll do everything I can to support you.
Guess I spoke with the guy in Hiroshima that gave me lunch. Well, cooked me lunch. At a restaurant. Don't know why I phrased it that way.
I think that's the Shadow's main body floating up there. If it's that high, your attacks won't have the range to reach it. Wait, but I'm picking up similar readings from those statues down there. There's a connection with the floating target. I'm sure of it.
Did I at least go sightseeing? Yes, I saw all of the sites. I'm gonna go over everything that I went to after this stream. Well, after I beat this boss. I have some pictures I'm gonna go through. Who am I gonna romance in this game again? I'm already romancing the student council treasurer, Shihiro. I had a broken Japanese conversation with my teacher last month. Ooh, nice, nice. Not sure if it's the same, but nice. I don't know if I want to stab any of these things just yet. I don't remember this fight at all.
Now's the time.
Oh, I can't even target the other one.
I'll show you my power. Persona, actualize.
I guess, please tell me that something... Okay, good. There we go.
What is optimal? Persona.
Layden, hello! Yes, it is I, the Glasses Man.
Pretty good.
How are you doing? Oh, I learned Japanese. I tried learning Japanese, but my brain goes poof every time I open a textbook. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
One step at a time.
Love to help you out someday when I get good enough. Black Souls, man.
This work.
I want to play Black Souls again, to be honest. I want to see if there's anything I missed, but I don't really have the time to do it unless I played it on stream, but that's not really a game you can play on stream without censoring things heavily. That's such a good game, though. No!
I'll go with.
Definitely not a game for stream. But yeah, it was a very good game.
What to do?
I don't know. I just really want to, what's the word? I don't know. I want to be able to tell people to just go and play it and then have them play it. I don't really care about the whole, the H stuff in the game. The game's just so good. Like, I freaking cried playing the game. Just like the Monster Quest games. I've not played Monster Girl Quest. What is it called? Is it called Monster Girl Quest? That's what it's called, right? Maybe I'll play it someday. Yeah, Black Souls 2 especially is amazing. What are you weak to? Yeah, do a full scan. Okay, you're weak to getting punched in the face. I wish I would have known that. Of course you survived. You both survived. Will I play Bunny Garden? I'm not planning on playing that game.
What next?
I really enjoyed Black Souls though. Oh yeah, y'all probably saw it earlier today, but I made a short of my Black Souls video. It was meant to be more of a preview for the main video, so anybody who actually watched that video, I apologize if you watched it already. The main video, which is already available, right? By the way.
Did I scan on this enemy?
Let's see. He is immune to being punched. No, sorry. He's resistant to being punched. He's immune to fire and reflects darkness. Maybe I should have used whatever buffs up your attack first. Maybe not. Debuff them.
Over here. Watch this.
I think eventually I do want to make a video about traveling to Japan, though. Using all of my my knowledge from this past trip, which was my 4th trip to Japan, by the way. But I have some things that I would like to talk about. And I would like to show off some of the footage that I took.
What to do?
But I need to edit that footage. Holy crap!
Now's the time. It won't lose.
Alright, Layden. Yep, see ya. Thanks for coming by, man. Be safe, though, on the way back.
I'll show you my power.
I should have gone to Orgia mode. Oh, critical hit. Nice.
This is our chance.
Oh, we can actually do an all-out attack, too.
Firepower.
I wasn't sure if you could do an all-out attack on this boss. I feel like I would have done more damage if I had not done an all-out attack and just attacked with Minato again. Although I don't know if I would have been able to attack with him again. Dang it! No, they all have different weaknesses.
I can read you like a book.
All those break attacks work on the entire party? It's gonna be painful.
Pull the trigger.
Use Mangarula. See if anybody's weak to... Okay, somebody is weak to wind.
Now's the time. There's
Appreciate
your support. It is time. Victory shall be ours.
See if anybody's weak to getting shot. I know I am. Alright, good, good. Which means,
Did I scan on this enemy?
you scan, what are you weak to? Stabbed and fire.
Requesting this way.
You're good at stabbing things, so go ahead and stabby stab again.
Who's gonna win this?
Should have finished them all off, I believe, right? Yeah, they only had like 1 HP left. I don't know if those things can be defeated by all-out attacks. I think it just drops them down to 1 HP. Grand Transcendence? What?
I'm getting an unusual energy reading from the main body.
How about you don't do that, you piece of crap? Hello! They're going 3 times in a row. 4 times! Alright, work calls. Keep up the good work, Epsilon. Alright, thank you, Lily, for coming.
What to do?
Glad you came. Stab him! Stab him dead! 685.
In this situation,
Heal everybody! Thank you.
thank you very much.
Oh, she already got her theory gauge back up. Go into Orgia mode, please.
Releasing all limiters. Orgia mode.
Oh, another critical hit. Awesome.
Amazing. Persona.
Yeah, let's see if I can do more damage. Yeah, see, that did as much damage as the all-out attack did.
Best bet would be. I've got this.
Oh, right, he's gonna recover, though. It would have been better had Minato gotten the critical hit, which he should have, because he has the frickin', the high critical amp, or whatever it's called.
I have to do this.
I keep thinking that, Orgia mode, the icon on her, well, her icon looks like she's frozen to me. I keep wanting to heal her.
One step at a time. Bring it on.
I was supposed to boost up everybody's attack. Oh wait, no, that was on Aegis, wasn't it? Boosting people's attack. Stop summoning crap! Only did one of them? This feels like a, this feels like a trap.
This one's not like the others. Let's do what we can to take it down.
Megiddo. Can it only be damaged by almighty attacks?
Avoid it. Did I stand on this enemy?
Oh my gosh. I have something that can do almighty damage, but it's not in my party anymore. I think I have something that has Megiddola. Or whatever. Ah, nice! You know what? I have some other stuff I can use. Ignores all resistances. Royal Ladybug, great evening to you! Oh wow, that just killed that thing in one hit. How are you doing?
We're almost there. Don't let up.
Pull the trigger.
Glad to have you back in streaming. How was the trip? It was phenomenal. I'm gonna talk about it at the end of this boss fight and after whatever cutscenes follow it. I don't think the cutscenes are gonna be really long. They might be. I can't remember.
Best bet would be. Let's go.
But yeah, I'll go over some of the photos that I took and then the trip in general. Stop doing that! I can't do that. That's cheating. I'm glad that I used the evasion up.
I can read you like a book.
What? You can use that more than once? It's like I'm playing freaking Black Souls now. I have like 8 turns at one time. Black Souls 2 anyway.
What to do?
Kill him! Finally! No. No! I pressed the wrong button!
Now's the time.
I'm an idiot!
I already scanned this one.
I have to do this.
Damn it! Now I have to use Secunda on him. I meant to use the heavy physical attack that does extra damage to the enemy. Well, I guess we'll do it a lot during. 277. Enemy still has his defenses up.
Cooldown sequence in progress.
This work.
Let's see.
Let's do it. Caesar.
Lower his defense, or his attack. That way, in case he actually does land an attack, it won't do that much. Holy crap, Megiddo! What the fuck? Huh. So, that happened. I'm glad I debuffed his attack. I don't know if you can dodge that.
Win this. Better use this.
Reactivated.
Stop using your Grand Transcendence. I know that's your entire... Ooh, are you gonna buff my... Okay, never mind, we're good. I think, maybe. Oh, no, hold on, this might be bad, actually. Please don't hit her. Oh, thank goodness. No, stop it!
Severe damage.
Ooh! Critical hit. Lame.
Now's the time.
He has Revolution up, and he has his high critical amp, or whatever it's called. He should be doing a lot more critical hits than he has been, which is... I don't think he's done any. Oh, he did one last time. And I misclicked, because I'm an idiot.
One step at a time. Let's go!
Oh, right, he's resistant to that. Should have just used Masuku Kaja again. Akasha Arts? Ooh, I'm so glad I'm immune to that. To Charcon? Ugh. Provoke?
I'm about to lose my cool.
Yukari-chan's angry. Please.
I'm slightly miffed at that.
Rebooting.
I think you're about to go and kill yourself, Yukari. He's enraged. I didn't think it would actually kill her. Like, I know that's what I said, but I was kind of being a bit tongue-in-cheek.
Using item.
Well, not tongue-in-cheek, but,
Thanks.
I wasn't being serious when I said she was gonna, like, off herself.
You're really beat up. Hurry. You've got to heal.
Should've just freaking stabbed him with Minato.
You're poisoned.
Of course I'm poisoned. At least he didn't use the stupid, other attack. Yeah, see, I should've just attacked it with Minato! Didn't have to do everything like that, I just, during my last turn.
I have learned a new skill.
Heat Wave! Nice! Heavy strike damage. There are a lot more party members that learn healing attack, or healing moves in this game.
Is it over?
It doesn't look very over to me.
The operation is over. Or should I say, mission complete. Yes.
Also, Tensura,
finally
new
over.
season is out. A few episodes already. Tensura, I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that one.
Leader, I believe a celebration is in order. What will be our victory cheer?
Hip hip hooray! Man, you were like 10 levels above,
One,
below
two,
me my first time fighting
three.
him, really.
Hip, hip,
I thought I was like
hooray.
a higher level, but as chat would tell you,
hooray.
that was a terrible
Hip, hip,
claim for me to have made.
Hip hip hooray!
So, Kirijo-senpai, you're gonna help us with the victory party tomorrow, right?
Oh, reincarnated as a slime. I still need to watch season 2 of that.
You certainly don't waste any time. Well, I do suppose we've earned it.
Well, in that case, how about sushi?
Sushi, huh? It has been a while. Well,
Every time I wanted to
I
eat
got this
sushi
on
in
the
Japan,
elevator
I would
here,
like
Jin.
look up a conveyor belt sushi place, and they would always be like 30 to 40 minutes away from where I was staying at, and I would be way too tired to actually go out to one of them. And I only go to conveyor belt sushi because that means I don't have to talk to anybody, except for the person who sits me.
Hey, wait a minute!
Like I said, I'm an introvert, guys.
I reserve the fatty.
I don't want to go to like a
well
well-established, a big sushi establishment where the like sushi chef makes the sushi in front of you and hands it to you and then judges you silently as you eat it.
Hey, that's not fair! You don't
But finally, the final day, like literally was flying back to America later that day, that morning I found a kurazushi that was only like 10 minutes away from the hotel that I was checking out of. So I just went there as soon as it opened, and I ended up gorging myself on sushi. I had 19 plates of sushi and 1 plate of pudding. And some fries.
Mitsuru-san, please order tamago for me. They say you can tell a chef's skill by how he prepares eggs.
A chef's skill? Jeez, how old are you
That's
again?
what I was thinking.
Okay, okay. I'll have the very best delivered tomorrow.
You mean it? Oh man, I'm so glad I'm still alive.
Junpei, you can have the leftover dried gourd roll.
What? But it was my idea in the first place.
I go to a restaurant, I'll eat like 2 huge
I
plates
guess
of
it's
sushi.
time to say goodbye
I can't
to the dark
not.
hour. Even though it seemed like a
I
curse,
prefer
for
eating
some reason
sushi
I
at
feel sad to see
conveyor
it
belt
go.
places. Unfortunately, we don't have that many in America, and a lot of the places in America, I'm not sure if I trust their sushi making at other places. You need to be adopted by an extrovert. Bring an extrovert. Bring an extrovert was one of my go-tos with social situations. And that, find the cat and dog in the house I was visiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can make
really
friends
did.
with
Didn't we?
the cats and dogs. I mean, it's all you can eat restaurant. You don't have to interact with all that much with people. Ah, all you can eat
Yes,
sushi.
We've saved the world, even if no one knows it.
I've been to places that had all you can eat
Yeah.
sushi, but the sushi was always questionable in quality. I don't trust it. The dark hour came to an end. It didn't look like it came to an end. We were still pretty in the dark hour right then. All right, can I save it? Oh, whoa! What are you doing here in the
This
day?
is the first time we've talked during the day.
Yes, it is.
Isn't this weather lovely? This really is the start of a new day. For both of us.
This is gonna be scary if somebody walks in and think that I kidnapped some child off the street. Or from prison, I guess.
All the fragments of my memory are finally back together. I understand my purpose now. The time has come.
To summon personas?
I know this is going to hurt, but there's something I
Bro
have to tell
sounds so
you.
threatening for no reason.
This is goodbye. For you and me, in my eyes. Our friendship was a miracle. I want you to know that. But even miracles don't last forever. If only they did.
I guess that's true. Nothing lasts forever. It doesn't matter. I guess that's true.
I'll always treasure the time we had together. Today
Yeah.
may be the end, but the bond between us can never be severed. Remember that.
I will. Alright, till next time, Pharos, when you reincarnate as some hot, sexy high school boy or something. I don't know. I have no idea what he looks like when he reincarnates in this game. This guy is literally Thanatos. He is the definition of a threat. You are not wrong about that. I can now fuse Thanatos, the bringer of death.
It was fun while it lasted so long.
Farewell. Alright, can I save the game? Oh, we have to go to school first. That's right. Hope your stomach's up to celebrating tonight, because we're going to stuff our faces with sushi. I'm so ready.
Yeah, seriously.
Alright, I don't care about anything that happens at school right now. My grades are perfect. My grades are immaculate. Can I save? Yes, I can. Alright, guys. Time to go over my Japan trip. Give me a second. Oh, you know what? I should have prepared some background music for this. Huh. Let me Is there something I can do for the BGM? I don't think I can actually. I didn't prepare anything beforehand, so I'd have to download the music first. Ah, crap. I'm an idiot. I should have thought about that. Bruh, can they stop making me hungry? Let's see. All right, so first things first, Let me close out of Persona 3 and bring up the map. This is in incognito mode, so it should not dox me this time. So, for those of you who don't know, this is Japan. Or for those of you who can't read, this is Japan. Don't ask me why South Korea is really blurry right now and North Korea is not. That's usually the opposite. But I flew to Japan on April 4th. And I landed in April 5th at Haneda International Airport, somewhere over here. I don't remember where. I think it's like... Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Although it does bother me that I can't remember where it is. I thought it was like over here somewhere. But anyway, doesn't matter. Landed here. Here-ish. And then immediately went to Shinjuku City. I landed in Japan at like 4 p.m. And then I went and immediately went to my hotel. It was very crowded on the trains and was really annoying. I didn't really take that many pictures. When I went to my hotel, all I wanted to do was eat and then sleep because I had been awake for over 24 hours by that time. So I decided I would go and look up a ramen place. Found a ramen place close to my hotel. Walked all the way there and saw a big-ass rat in front of the restaurant. It was like right at the door. So at that point, I was like, I don't really want to eat ramen anymore. So decided to, wait, sorry. I'm an idiot. No, it was Shibuya that I went to, wasn't it? Where's Shibuya? It was Shibuya. Where's Shibuya? Was it Shibuya or was it Shinjuku? I can't remember now. It was one of those two. No, seriously, where is right here, right here. Right here. Yes. It was one of these two. I don't remember which. Doesn't matter. That's not the point. Anyway, I wanted to eat ramen. Saw that rat. Decided that I no longer wanted to eat ramen. And then somebody pointed out that I probably could have... it probably would have been the best ramen ever in my life. Oh, here. This is where I stayed at. Yeah, I remember because there was the Godzilla head over here. Let's see. You can kind of see it down there. They have a Godzilla poking out of a building here. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. But I saw it. But anyway, I ended up eating somewhere around the station at a place where you could just order food from a tablet because I was not ready to think in Japanese and I was not ready to order food in Japanese. So I went to a restaurant that looked like it would be easy to order at, ate there, came back to my hotel, slept until about 2 a.m. because of jet lag. Also because a Japanese group of people that showed up in the hotel at like 2 a.m. and started running back and forth across the hallway screaming in Japanese, which was really weird for me. Because Japanese people are usually very, well, they usually don't do that. They're usually very respectful for other people. Then again, I think this group of people were just like super drunk. And it was one guy, and I heard at least 2 girls, so he was probably trying to show off for them. He sounded like he was maybe in like college age, so that was probably why. Anyway, it was really annoying. It lasted for about an hour before one of the foreigners opened up their door and just screamed at them to shut up. And then finally, after that, they went back to bed. After that, I went back to sleep, woke up at around 5, went all the way to Tokyo Station. And from Tokyo Station, my trip actually began. I took a Shinkansen from Tokyo Station all the way to Nagano. This is my first full trip. I got to Nagano at like, I think it was just before 9. From Nagano, I went to my hotel, which is somewhere up here, around this area. Can you see my cursor? Yes, you can. Okay, good. Somewhere around here was my hotel. It was too early for me to check in, but I could leave my luggage there, so that's what I did. Luckily, a lot of places in Japan will allow you to leave your luggage there if you get there early. You won't be able to check in, but you can just like leave your luggage in the front lobby or whatever. I actually stayed at a ryokan here. But yeah, the old couple, they were really nice, but the hotel or the ryokan was like a maze. It was really weird. Anyway, it was too early, so I decided I would go on my first trip of the visit. So from Nagano Station, I went back to Nagano Station. I got on a train, and I rode the standard train from Nagano Station all the way down. Let's see, where is it? I should have rode the train to Matsumoto. There it is. I should have rode the train here and transferred trains here, but I was following Google Maps because I thought Google Maps would know what they were talking about. And instead, Google Maps told me to go all the way to, I think it was Shiojiri, because I was trying to go to a place called Suwa, Japan, and I needed to get off at Okaya Station. And Google was like, "Oh yeah, just get off here and transfer trains." So I did that, and then found out that the train it wanted me to get onto was a limited express train, and you have to have a special ticket to ride that train. So the only way to do that would be to leave the station, because the only ATM at this station, which is a very rural station, is outside the ticket gate. So I had to go through the ticket gate, get in line at the single ATM, the ticket ATM that was there, and wait in line. And I waited in line so long that the limited express train already came and went, and the next train wasn't coming for another 30 minutes. And it was a local train, so there was no reason for me to ride to get a special ticket at that point. So I just went back to the ticket gate. By the way, in Japan, you have to get a ticket before you go in, or you can use an IC card, or you can use an app that's basically a digital IC card, and you can charge your IC card up with money, and you just scan it on your way through the ticket gate, which is what I did because I've had a IC card for years. It's very useful. I would recommend getting one if you can. If you can't, then use the app. So, why did I want to come to Suwa? For two reasons. There's a place called Tateishi Park. If you've seen Your Name, you probably recognize this. I wanted to see this place. Unfortunately, I didn't get to come here because I ran out of time because I wasted so much time at the frickin' where was it at? Shiojiri or whatever. Anyway, the other reason, this place is called Lake Suwa, or Suwako as it's called in Japanese. If you are familiar with Toho, then you're probably familiar with the name Suwako. You're also probably familiar with the name Moria Shrine, which is a place in Japan, in Suwa City. Although I think this is technically called Okaya, but it's basically Suwa City. So, the first reason why I came to this place specifically in Japan was because I wanted to come and do a Toho pilgrimage. So, here's one of the images that I actually took when I was here. Moria Shrine actually has a whole like Toho shrine here. And it was really cool to see this. It was super out of the way, and you have to walk there from the station I got off at, which was Okaya Station. It was like a 20-minute walk, so it's not that bad, but it was really nice. I really liked this place. It was really, really quiet. It was in this small rural area. Got a couple of weird looks from the residents there. Yeah, right here. This is the station I left at. And I had to walk all the way over here. Let me see. Do I have any more images? I think I do. Let's see. So, this was a small shrine at the shrine. It was almost specifically dedicated to Sanae for some reason. This is the Sanae from Misty's Izakaya, by the way, which was being advertised in Japan. The Switch version just got released, I think, and they were doing a limited edition, which is really cool. I really, really like this place. It was really nice. If you're into Toho. If you're not into Toho, probably not that necessary to come here at all. But it was like a pilgrimage site for me, because Toho was part of my high school days. I was obsessed with Toho for a long time. I still really like Toho. So it was really cool. If you're into Toho, I recommend this place if you can spare the time. The other place that I went to, actually, hold on. Do I have more Toho images? I do have a couple more Toho Moria Shrine images. Yeah, let me go ahead and get all these images ready. Yeah. So yes, Suwako, Frog Girl, the Frog God, and Nitori. Don't know why Nitori's here. She has nothing to do with the. I guess she's in the Mountain of Faith games, but that's about it. But yeah, it was really cute. I like. A lot of people will draw little art, Toho art, and then place them the Immas at the shrine here, which is really cool. Yes, it was really fun. Anyway, after that, I went to a different location. Oops. No! Accidentally, I didn't mean to delete that. Ha! I look behind the curtain indeed. I'm just glad I don't have any, like, super doxy on that page. Maybe a little bit doxy, but whatever. Just ignore it. We'll go back to the stream shortly. I didn't realize that closing out of the incognito mode would immediately grab the next window. You saw nothing, indeed. That is not the correct one. Grab the correct one. There we go. Is that it? Okay, yes, we're back. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's get back to Suwa right here. So I had to walk back to the station I was at, Okaya Station. And from Okaya Station, I went to Shin Suwa Station, I think is what it was called. Ashimo Suwa Station, this is what it's called. And from here, Suwa is famous for some of the oldest shrines in Japan. In fact, you can see some of them here. These are all called the Suwa Taisha Shrine. It was one major shrine that eventually got so big that they kept having branches that became massive. They have 4 of these massive branches. Well, I guess one of them's technically the main shrine and a branch, but it's down here somewhere. Again, I couldn't come anywhere past this place. This was the last area that I was able to travel to via train in Suwa. But from this area, I went north, walked along this road, and found this music box museum. I ended up buying 2 music boxes. One was a picture of... one was a music box. That was a music box of a certain thing in Japan called the Onsen Musumes. Onsen Musume, as in hot spring girls. There's like this little event in Japan. I'm not really sure if it's called an event, but it's like a promotional thing in Japan where there's famous onsen, or hot springs, have little moe anthropomorphic versions of them. And I think they even have some sort of anime or something because they have like a theme song. And in this music box museum, they had a music box for this this girl specifically. I also bought myself a music box, and you can choose a song to stick in the music box. They had like 300 songs to choose from. It was really cool. Unfortunately, I'm an idiot, and I didn't take any pictures on the inside. I did take some video on the inside, but not, I think it was only a couple seconds worth of video. So anyway, after here, I walked all the way up this road to Suwa Taisha Shimosha Akimiya and walked around the shrine here. This shrine also has a lot of Toho stuff in it, but it's not as Toho-y as Moria. Although it does look more like the shrine in Toho, Mountain of Faith. So, let me get some of those images. Can I get multiple images pulled up? Can I get multiple tabs going? No, I can't. Oh, hold on. It didn't grab correctly. There we go. Yes, you can. So, this was the stairs going up the shrine. I think there was actually 2 shrines here. There was like a small shrine next to the major shrine. I'm not sure why. Maybe it would be easier for people who have like walking disabilities. And I will say, there was a lot of handicap access stuff in Japan that I noticed this time that I hadn't ever really noticed before. Anyway. Unfortunately, this shrine specifically was having some sort of construction going on over here, so the actual main entrance was inaccessible while I was here. I had to walk around the main entrance and come in through the side. And for some reason, they have these little ropes going around the trees here. I don't know what's up with that. I'm not Shinto or Buddhist or whatever. Shinto. This is a shrine. And then this area, this region in general is famous for apples. So they had a whole bunch of apple-themed things here. In this case, they were apple omikuji, which is like fortune-telling in Japanese. I did not do any omikuji this time, unfortunately. I did do a couple of donations to the temples and do a little temple visit, but that was about it. This was the main shrine of this area. What am I doing? Here we go. Unfortunately, as you can tell, I am a bit horizontally challenged when it comes to taking images with my camera. And as such, a lot of these images are tilted sideways because I'm an idiot and I don't know how to do photography. That being said, it was pretty cool. This was a lot of straw here. Also, this city of Suwa is famous for a certain festival that they do once every 6 years. It's considered one of the 3 most dangerous festivals in Japan, where they take these giant, I think it's these. I'm not positive. Oh, wow, that is blurry as hell. I did not focus that at all. And they roll these down hills. I don't know why they do this, but they have to replace them like every 6 years. So they just throw them, they move them up to a hill and they roll them down the hill. But because they're rolling giant logs down hills, it's possible that somebody can get hit by them. So it's considered very dangerous. They were not doing this while I was here, by the way, which is probably good. Anyway, this is just the back shrine. So they had the shrine out in the front, and then you had another shrine back behind it. I think they're supposed to both represent the same thing, but I'm not positive. This is just another one of those logs. They have 2 on each of these sites, I believe. Each of the shrine sites. There's 4 main shrine sites, so I think it's 8 total. Or maybe it's 4 on each side. I don't remember. Anyway, so this one has like a mascot of like a dog. And I think the water here comes from a hot spring. Or from a spring. I'm not sure if it's a hot spring. I don't remember it being necessarily warm or anything. Anyway, let's see. Do I have any more images? Festival with a site of accidental injury or death. Sounds about right. Yeah. So, after that, I had to get back to my hotel by 8 p.m. And due to my issues with the trains this day, I did not trust my my timing to be able to come up to Tateishi Park or to Takashima Castle, which I really wanted to go to. I also wanted to come here, but I kind of figured I wouldn't be able to come to the Glass Museum. This place had a bunch of things that I wanted to go to, but I would not. I knew I wouldn't be able to. So after this place, I just came back to the trains and I rode all the way back to Nagano. See, originally my plan in Nagano was to come up here. I forget exactly where it is, but there's supposed to be a ninja museum up here. Unfortunately, the ninja museum is closed until until the end of April, and I was there at the beginning of April, so too early. Yeah, too early for me. So decided to go back to my hotel, and while I was there, I saw some. The streets here were pretty cool, so I took a picture of the street. There's like a major Buddhist temple over here in like a shopping area, which I eventually went to, but I didn't know that until, the next day. Speaking of the next day, I went from Nagano again, all the way to Matsumoto, which is where I said I should have gotten off at. I wanted to come to Matsumoto specifically because of this castle, which is one of the few originally standing castles in Japan. If you saw my work in progress pictures on my Twitter, you'll see one of the images I took of this castle. So, let me see, where is that image again? I took a bunch of pictures of this castle. Unfortunately, I didn't know how to develop my photos at this point, so a lot of the saturation's way too high on these images. But, it was pretty cool. Nonetheless, some of the images do look really good regardless. Oh, here it is. I think this is the main image. Yeah, there it is. Let me get that up here. Wait, hold on. Which one was it? Oh, actually, now I'm confused. No, it wasn't that one. It was this one. Anyway, this place was full of tourists. I got here super early. But, oh wow, it's blurry as hell. But it had a whole bunch of tourists, specifically from Europe and China. And that's something that I noticed every time I went to some place in Japan. It was full of tourists, which makes sense because the yen is so weak right now. And this was the front gate. I got here before the gate actually opened, so there was a line forming, but I decided I wanted to take pictures before I went in. So I walked around the castle. I just took pictures everywhere around the castle. I will say, this place had a lot of very good photo taking spots, and I really liked it. Highly recommend this place if you like castles like this. I'm not sure what else this place has. I was still suffering from jet lag and exhaustion from just walking a whole bunch from the last 2 days. And from this day, I did go shopping in this town, and I bought a couple of souvenirs for my family, but that was about it. But yes, the image in question. This was the image that I'm most proud of, I think, from this day. It might be a little bit too much saturation, but it looked really nice. I think it turned out really nice anyway. It actually was staged properly. Almost an exact middle. Although you can tell in the construction where it doesn't actually go up in a perfect line. Like the first 4 floors are almost perfect. But then this last floor is kind of offset a little bit. Lucky me, I'm immune to jet lag because I don't have any sleep schedule. Yeah, that's one way to deal with it. I love historical buildings and castles. That would have been right up with my interest. Good. Yeah, I saw 5 castles total when I was here. And it was really cool. I really like the castles. I wish I could have gone to the one in Suwa, but I just couldn't fit it into my schedule, unfortunately. Now, this place was super crowded, but it was still something I would recommend. I do recommend going to if you go to Japan and you have some place that you really want to go to the most popular places early in the morning before the crowds get there. Because if you wait even like 30 minutes after it opens, it's going to be way too crowded. Now, luckily, I was able to get in here. It wasn't that crowded. I did go through the gate after it opened. I was taking pictures for like an hour outside. Probably should have gone in first, but luckily it still wasn't that crowded. As I was leaving, it was a lot more crowded though. So I think it opened up at like 10. Let me see. It has its hours right here. Oh, 8:30. Never mind. I'm a liar. 8:30. So I got there at like 8. I was taking pictures until about 9:30 probably. Let's see, do I have any more pictures I want to show off to you guys? Some of these I'm probably going to wait until I make a video on it. Why is there was a Nara picture that got stuck in here apparently. There's a lot of pictures in here that I really like. That one's pretty cool. This is a picture from the front door of the castle itself. You can go into the castle, but you do have to take your shoes off. Why does it cost $4.55? I think that's just the auto conversion. I think it was like 600 yen when I went. Maybe 700 yen. But yeah. It was a pretty cool castle. This was... It's hard for me to judge the castles. Himeji's definitely number one, which I went to like much later in this trip. But it was a really cool place. Really like it. Really recommend it. Every now and then you'll see somebody who's like dressed up as what is it, like a samurai or an ashigaru soldier. It's really cool. Anyway, after I went there, I went back around the station. I did some shopping, and then I went back to Nagano and still had some time. And decided that I should probably actually explore Nagano since I was staying in Nagano. So I went to a place called Zenkoji Temple, which was a famous temple in Nagano. A very famous temple in Nagano. I was not aware of how famous, there it is. Zenkoji, this entire street's like a shopping street that goes up to Zenkoji Temple. I was not aware of how famous this temple was. So, yes, there were crowds, but the issue... I accidentally... So, how should I say this? How should I tell this story? They allow you to go and tour certain parts of the temple. It costs some money. It says general admission is free, which general admission's free. But there are parts of the temple that you have to pay to go and tour. But I got there so late that most of that was closed. But the main temple body was open. And unfortunately, you can't take pictures on the inside of the temple, which, I mean, makes sense. But it also really makes sense for what happens when you go to this little pilgrimage site on the inside of this temple, which I paid for to go and do this inside little Buddhist experience, which I had no idea that that's what I was paying for, because I thought I was paying for a tour of the temple, like to go see where the monks were living and stuff, right? So I paid like $5, it wasn't that much. It might have been like $10, whatever. And so I walk in through the temple. They make you take off your shoes. That's fine. And they lead you to these stairs that you walk down. Walked all the way down the stairs, and it's just pitch black down there. There's no lights whatsoever. I start walking through this like pitch black hallway. I can't see. I'm sitting there using the wall to like figure out where I'm going. And I realize as I'm doing this, like there's a whole bunch of people in front of me that are doing the exact same thing, guys, but I can't see them anymore because we walked through this hallway that's pitch black. And realized that I wasn't doing a temple, like a temple tour. I was doing a temple pilgrimage thing for actual Buddhist pilgrimage sites. I forgot what it was called, but you're supposed to go here, walk through this pitch black hallway that's all underneath this temple. It's like a maze. And once you come out of it, you're supposed to be like, I guess, renewed or something. Anyway, it was really interesting to me, but I also had no idea what I was doing. So one of my friends said that I accidentally became an enlightened Buddhist when I was in Japan. Yeah, it was a good thing there were other people. Otherwise, that sounds like a setup for a horror anime. Yeah, they had this like paper there that just said, don't do anything to like turn on light. So don't take out your phone or anything. Don't do anything that would turn light on because it would ruin the experience for other people. I thought we were going to like go and see like a like the Buddhists do their daily rituals, and they didn't want us to like turn on lights to distract them from their rituals. But no. Well, I guess we technically were doing a Buddhist ritual. I just wasn't watching the Buddhists do their ritual. I was doing the ritual myself. I just wasn't aware that I was doing the ritual myself until about halfway through it. Anyway, I came out of the tunnel. It comes up to these stairs that you walk up, and one of the Buddhist monks there actually came up to me and in broken English was all like, "Oh, how are you doing? Did you feel the key?" And I'm like, "Did I feel the key? Yeah, I felt the key." Like the dude was super excited. I had no idea what he was talking about though, but I just like, I didn't want to rain on his parade. So because he was so excited, I was just like, yeah, definitely did. It was only later that night that I realized that ki is Japanese for energy. So he was asking me if I felt the energy, but he was speaking to me in broken English. So the first part was all in English, and then he said ki in Japanese. I was completely confused by that. So I didn't realize until later that I had told him that, yes, I felt the key. So he probably thinks I'm enlightened now, which I guess is fine. Anyway, I did take an image before going in. This is just the gateway to the grounds of the shrine, and there's like some shopping stuff over here. I blurred out people's faces, by the way, so that's why they all look really weird right now. But that's the main building in the background. Like I said, can't take pictures on the inside, so I don't have any pictures on the inside. But that was in Koji Temple. After that, I went back to Nagano, went back to my hotel. Next day, woke up, went to Kanazawa. So, took the Shinkansen. You can see the line here. It's the blue line here. This blue and green line. A bluish green line that's striped with white. All the way over here to Kanazawa. For the record, this is where this area is where that earthquake happened at the beginning of the year. There were a lot of people taking donations for that here, so I donated some money to that. Then I got off at Kanazawa Station, and I stayed over in this area somewhere. It was really close to the Kanazawa Castle ruins, which was the second castle I went to. I got to my hotel a little bit early, so I couldn't sign in again. So I just decided to go walk to the castle ruins, and I call this a castle. It's castle ruins, like it says here. There is no actual citadel where the castle is, but it does have walls and it has gardens. I will say that this castle specifically was very beautiful because it had cherry blossoms everywhere. Let me see if I have any images of it. Here we go. Let me just grab a whole bunch of these, actually. Oh, wow. I did not do these correctly at all. Whatever. You're about to open 30 tabs. This might slow down Firefox. Yes, open the tabs, please. So, I just grabbed a whole bunch of pictures, so hopefully that these are the correct ones. I think this was part of the castle system. Emerging at its finest, rebirth after walking through the dark corridor. Interesting, yeah. So this is the castle's main walls where the main keep would have been. Unfortunately, the keep's not there. And this is next to the main walls here. It had some canals with some fish in it. I think they're all carp. And then you had the white cherry blossoms. So these were the white cherry blossoms, not the pink ones that you usually see in anime. They do look pink over here, but that's because I screwed up the saturation on this, I guess. Yeah, so these are all supposed to be white cherry blossoms. This was a very beautiful place. Oh, look at that bird. That's a really photogenic bird right there, isn't it? So here we go. For some reason, it opened up all these images out of order, guys, so sorry about that. But when I first came in, there was a garden from some famous Japanese dude. I think it was for his wife, actually. And this was part of the garden. Had this nice little bridge here, wooden bridge. And I actually came in from, like, the back entrance. This is the back entrance here. And this actually had a, I didn't take a picture of it, apparently, but there's actually a little handicap access area where, like, you put, like, your wheelchair on it, and it, like, lifts you up the stairs, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, here's the garden in general. It was a really cool garden, and holy crap, there's, like, I need to redevelop some of these photos, actually. These are early on in my trip. I started to learn how to develop photos properly. I promise. But some of these early on are not really well developed. Yeah, these would have looked a lot better had they not had this little greenish yellow haze going on. But yes, the garden itself was beautiful. And this is like a tea house over here. I ended up getting some tea in there as well and looking out over the garden. And eventually, there's another Corvin. No, there's the frogs. I took the frog picture because I have a friend that really likes frogs. Can't really see them, though, unfortunately. But yes, there are a lot of cherry blossoms throughout the city. In fact, Kanazawa was probably the most beautiful city I went to in Japan. I was not expecting all the foreigners though. I thought that was kind of out of the way for foreigners to come to, but no, they really there were a lot of them there. Anyway, this is another Onsen Musume, I think. Actually, that does not say Onsen Musume. That says something else. I don't know what that is, but she was inside of one of the buildings around the castle. That was also a cafe. So I went to the cafe and ordered one of their, I don't know what these are called, but you just order a whole bunch of side dishes, basically. So I had some pickled vegetables here. I think those were almonds and something, almonds and baby shrimp. Miso soup. That was some sort of sweet dish. I'm not sure. I don't know what those kinds of swirl cakes are called. These two down here are sushi. This is a rabbit pastry, and I forgot what that was. And this was the image from that cafe, or the view from that cafe, I should say. And anyway, oh, there we go. That's a decent image. But yes, this was the cherry blossoms all along one of the paths of the castle. But yeah, there were cherry blossoms everywhere. It was a really beautiful place. Really liked it. Went back to my hotel, checked in, and then I went to Omicho Market, which is a famous market street at in Kanazawa. But by the time I got there, most of the places were closed, so I just decided to go and eat some crab, which is what Kanazawa was known for, and the crab was not very good. It was not bad, but it was not very good. Hey, Kai, hello, how are you doing? Thanks for coming. Yes, I had a lot of fun in Japan. You've missed one of the castles I went to. Yeah, it was I visited 5 castles in Japan. I guess you count this as a castle. It's a ruined castle, so not really a castle. But yeah, Matsumoto was the one I went to. And I just finished speaking about that. This one here. But yes. So, I ate crab that night and then went to bed. Did I take any pictures of the crab, actually? I might have. I did. Crabs are cute and funny. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. At least the Japanese word for them. Doing pretty good. I got to see the last image of it. Yeah. It was a really cool place. I think that's one of the few... I think there's only 11 castles in Japan that are still standing from when they were originally made. And that was one of them. I went to another one called Himeji, which is the biggest one in Japan. So this is what I ate that night. It was grilled crab. It was like $60, and it was not worth that at all. The place was famous for crab, so I was like, I have to eat crab here, right? So I came here. I was like, you know what? I want the grilled crab, and tried to eat it with chopsticks, which was a terrible idea. I don't know how you're supposed to eat crab without using your hands. They gave me this thing to like scoop meat out, but I'm not really sure if I was doing it correctly. And I think the Japanese guys that were watching me eat, like the people who were working there, probably were making fun of me. Because I probably looked like an idiot trying to eat this thing. Was it a tourist trap? No, I don't think it was a tourist trap. I think it was actually a pretty good place. It wasn't that good to me. Then again, when I eat crab, I'm used to eating it as a low country boil. So like it has lots of Cajun seasoning, and this didn't really have that much seasoning on it. I put some of the like lemon juice on it, but that was basically it. And this was actually soba, but I had already eaten the soba by this time. It was green tea soba. So the green tea was mixed into the soba noodles. So the next day, I got to do something that I've been wanting to do for 18 years now? I don't know. How old is Higurashi? Higurashi no Nakukoro ni? One of my favorite anime, because it was one of the first anime I watched that was not one of the standard anime that everybody watched, like Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and all that stuff. I'm buying into lemons. I don't peel them. I eat them whole. I don't like lemons by themselves, unfortunately. They can be fine when mixed with other stuff, but by themselves, not really good. So the next day, though, I decided to make a pilgrimage that I had been wanting to make for nearly 2 decades because of my love for Higurashi. I couldn't make it on any of my other Japan trips because my other Japan trips were, my first trip was solely in Tokyo, my next one was in Kyoto, and my third trip was in Fukuoka. So this trip started in Tokyo, Nagano, and now Kanazawa. I could finally go to a place that I've been wanting to for 20 years almost. Actually, I think it's more like 18 years. But a place called Shirakawa-go. It is the town that Higurashi is based off of. You have to take buses to get here, though. And I had to figure out how the buses worked in Japan because that was really confusing using those the Japanese bus websites. It was also raining the entire day, so that was fantastic. Anyway, Shirakawa-go was the highlight of my trip. The rest of the trip was very good, but I was happy at this point. Had I had to cut my trip short, I would have been happy. This is what it would have looked like had I gone back in February. Unfortunately, I had to postpone my trip, as you all know, so I could not go during February. So did the cicadas cry there? I didn't hear the cicadas, unfortunately, because, well, it was raining the entire time. All I heard was the rain. But even though it was rainy, it was extremely crowded. I don't know how they fit that many people here. And I do have a lot of pictures that I want to show of this place. So, let me see. Which photos? I'll just grab a whole bunch of them, actually. I'll just grab a couple of them for now, and then I'll do the rest of them after this. 28 more tabs. Yes, I'm fine with that, Firefox. So, this did not upload in order again. Awesome. All right, let me delete through all these again and do this up in order before I get everything out of order in my story. I'm going to have to actually choose which ones. So anyway, first things first, got out of my bus and immediately began to walk towards this observation deck up here. Because this is where you get a good view of the entire town here. The bus stop was around here. And I had to walk over here. And you can see right here, When They Cry for Rune Rika House. That was the first stop that I saw. The first place that I saw. I immediately recognized it. This is Rika and Satoko's house from Higurashi. I don't remember there being a shrine next to their house, but there is. But you know what? It was really cool. Despite the rain, it was really cool. And I was extremely excited to see this. I think I got a closer one here. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, thank you. It was really nice. I don't know if anybody actually lives here. I think this building existed before Higurashi, but I don't think it was used until Higurashi became a thing. Initially, this town actually did not like being associated with Higurashi, but then a lot of people kept coming because of Higurashi, and it became part of the town's culture where they decided to adopt it as a thing. Anyway, let's see here. Let me just grab a couple of the images I took, and then we'll get to the other stuff here. So this village is very famous. Hanyu literally did nothing wrong. I love Hanyu. Hanyu's best girl, okay? Riko's also best girl, but Hanyu is #1 best girl. Anyway, this village is very famous for these thatched roof houses. I think they have to replace these roofs every like 30 years or so, but they looked really cool and really picturesque, and it was like a fairy tale village. It was really, really cool. Unfortunately, you can see here all the rain clouds that I have tried to make a little bit less dark. And this site here is very famous. These are one of the most famous trio of houses in Shirakawa because they apparently make this really good image here. Which honestly, yeah, it is kind of a very good image. Very good scene, I should say, not image. My photography skills suck, as you can tell. The image is slightly tilted downwards, but you know what? That's besides the point. But almost every building here is built with thatch roofed houses, which is really cool. So from the observation deck, this is the view from the observation deck. You can see the town. This is the main street here. I actually did not really walk along the main street. I walked through these back roads. I walked around everywhere. You actually get to the observation deck either from bus or you can walk. And I walked. And you walk along this pathway here. The Rika Furude house is over to the left over here. Like way to the left over here. I think this is the Wada house, which is the most famous house in the village. Hanyu is the K-girl of time. What does K-girl mean? Anyway, it was a really cool village. Really liked it. Highly recommend anybody that has the chance to go there, even if you're not a fan of Higurashi, because this is a very beautiful village. I wish it wasn't raining when I went, but even though it was still a very beautiful place. Oh, there we go. Better focused image right here. Oh, there's a typo. Yeah, there's a river that goes through the village as well. They have a suspension bridge. I don't know if that's the suspension bridge there or not. It might have been. It's kind of hard to see it from here. Oh, here we go. So yeah, this is the road that I use to get up to the observation deck. You walk along. Oops, go up through these buildings over here, and then you take a left and walk up a little hill up here. And the Rika Furude house is up on the on that hill. I think that's it right there, actually. I don't know where I took this image, actually. But yes. So there's a couple of these houses are literally just museum houses. And I think this is one of them. But anyway, Higurashi stuff. So, I went to the shrine there to pay my respects to Hanyu, the best girl of Higurashi. And not very surprising, this place is a Higurashi pilgrimage site. Unfortunately, because of the rain, they had all these little curtains up. So it wasn't that good of an image from the front. But you can see the Higurashi stuff here. The Emmas. Just like with the Toho place in Moria Shrine. And the Suwa Taisha Shrine. There's a bunch of Higurashi Emmas here that people would draw. Oops. Yeah. So, I saw 2 stores in this village that were selling Higurashi goods. I bought stuff at both of them. I'm not sure if they sell the exact same thing, but the first one I saw only had a couple of things in it. I ended up buying a bag there, a Higurashi bag, so that I could like carry stuff around in. Because there's like also a famous pudding place that I went to and bought a couple of flavors of pudding there. And I ate different flavors of pudding, but I stored them in the bag until I was ready to eat them. And then here's the other Higurashi store. I did not realize this at the time, but this is actually the back entrance to the store. Well, the side entrance to the store, I should say. I came in through this area and realized later that there was a front entrance to the left over here. Completely missed it because I saw Hanyu and immediately beamed straight towards Hanyu. This entire section of the store back here is solely Higurashi stuff. The front of the store is actual Shirakawa-go omiyage. There's also a rest house to the right over here that you can't see that is full of Higurashi stuff. But yes, I bought probably nearly $300 worth of souvenirs here, with $200 being Higurashi stuff. I like Higurashi, guys. I'm sorry. I have a problem. I know. So this is the suspension bridge. At this point in time, there weren't a lot of people on the suspension bridge, so people could pose, and it was fine. On the way back, though, do I have a picture on the way back, actually? Let me see if I do. No, I do not have an image on the way back that I developed. On the way back, I walked across the bridge. There's a little, there's a historic area of the town where it has a whole bunch of buildings that have been moved to this area of the town to be like a little outdoor air museum that you can go and see these old houses at. It's crossed the suspension bridge to the left. So I went to that area and walked around there for a couple of hours. But as you can see, there's some buses over here. Right now, there's only one bus. When I came back, there were like 10 buses. And this entire suspension bridge was packed with people. I have no idea how it's still standing. There were too many people here. Yeah, money well spent. Howdy, I'm back, bros. Hello, Layden. Welcome back. We are going over Japan trip now. But yes, going across this bridge took less than 5 minutes from this direction. On the way back, it took over 30 minutes because you had to wait for everybody to stop halfway across the bridge and take pictures of the water, which I understand. This is the only time they're ever going to be in this village, probably in their life. So, makes sense that they want to take pictures while they're there. Unfortunately, it backed up the traffic a whole lot. Hanyu. Yes, you missed the Hanyu. I can show you the Hanyu, actually. Let me see. Hold on, let me grab this first before I do. Where's the Hanyu? Where's the Hanyu? Here's the Hanyu. This is the Hanyu. Unfortunately, there's light going through her face. Yeah, from Higurashi. Anyway, so these are my images on both sides of the bridge. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Highly recommend this place. This place was the highlight of the trip. There's a whole bunch of souvenir stores everywhere, and especially in this area, because like I said, this area here is mostly for tourist buses. I think these buses come from Tokyo. So the bus I rode was up here, is where it dropped us off at. This one is from some other place, which I think was from Tokyo, from this main highway. If I were guessing. Oh, Nagoya. Nagoya, that's right. You don't come from Tokyo, you come from Nagoya. Anyway, that's how most people get here, apparently, is from Nagoya. But there were some really cool places here. Really good. I think I spent enough time going over here. Highly recommend Shirakawa Go. Come here. Light censoring from Walmart. Very old style houses. Yep. Yep. I did go to the museum. Open air museum, that's what they call it. It just has a whole bunch of buildings that have been well preserved from history. They moved the buildings into this area, and you can just walk around them. Some of the buildings you can go inside. Unfortunately, all the images I took inside of the buildings had very bad exposure. No light, basically. And so they weren't very good. Let me see. I guess here's one that was decent. I walked inside. You have to take off your shoes whenever you go inside of these buildings, by the way. But they have old wooden floors with some mats and these heating elements. This is how they kept their houses heated during the colder months. Epsilon, you still haven't seen Nikkei. They added a new skin called the Naked King. The Naked King? Like the Emperor had no clothes? It reminds you of Williamsburg, except probably older. I don't think I've ever been. No, I've never been to Williamsburg. I don't know why I'm saying I don't think. I know I haven't been to Williamsburg. Anyway, yeah, there were a whole bunch of really cool houses here. If you like history, you like old architecture, unique architecture, this is a really good place. If you like Higurashi, also a very good place. Highly recommend this place. Highlight of trip. Let's move on to the next thing. It's so risky to show on stream. Yeah, probably won't do that. So took a train back to Kanazawa, ate a hamburger at Kanazawa Station. It was a delicious hamburger. One of the top 5 hamburgers I've ever had in my life from a place called Shogun Burger. So good that I saw that it was a chain and ate at the chain in Tokyo or in Yokohama. Unfortunately, the version in Yokohama was not nearly as good as this was. Of course, I also got a different hamburger, so I'm not sure if that had something to do with it. Anyway, so the next day after Shirakawa Go, I left Kanazawa and left for Kyoto. Kyoto is a very beautiful city that I did not spend much time in at all this trip. I went to the shopping district up in Nishiki Market. It is a massive street market that was way too crowded. Very crowded. Like, it's hard to move here because of how many people are here. Again, like in Tokyo, there's just, unlike in Tokyo where it's like basically just a whole bunch of Tokyo people that were crowding up the trains and everything. Here was only foreigners. Of course, I was one of the foreigners, so I have no reason to complain because I was also contributing to the traffic. But holy crap, this place was not wide enough for all these people. Did I take a picture of that? Oh, I need to go to my next SD card, actually. Oh, I forgot to show some things from Kanazawa, actually. Before I left for Kyoto, I went to one of the areas of Kanazawa and took a trip around one of the old samurai districts. And then I ate I ate a ice cream cone where the ice cream was wrapped in a golden leaf. I mentioned this on my Twitter. I think I even posted a picture of the ice cream. But gold, as it turns out, gold does not have very much of a flavor, guys. It tastes like iron, but weaker than iron, if that makes sense. Like, iron tastes kind of like blood, right? Well, that tasted like watered down blood, I guess. Not sure if it's worth going and buying and eating gold leaf ice cream, basically. Anyway, Nishiki Market. Nishiki Market. Do I have any images of Nishiki Market? I do not have any images of Nishiki Market because it was just so crowded. I guess I couldn't get any good images of them. I also didn't want to have to blur in a whole bunch of people's faces, which is what I was doing on basically everything. However, in Nishiki Market, hold on, let me see if I can show Nishiki Market. So this thing here, where there's no people here, yeah, that didn't happen while I was there. It was literally back-to-back walking traffic, foot traffic, the entire length of the market. And after I left Nishiki Market, I was walking this direction. I don't remember which specific street it was. I think it was around here somewhere. I found a gachapon store where it has all these gachapon here, these capsules. And as you can see up here, there are HoloLive gacha stuff being advertised here, which of course, well, I say it was gacha stuff. These are actually HoloLive like figures that you can buy. No idea why they were associated with the gacha store, at least not until I actually went in. And as you can see here, there's a Fubuki and is that Koyori in the back? I can't tell. I think that's Koyori and Fubuki. These four gachapon machines here are HoloLive badges. And so I thought I would be nice and get some HoloLive badges as souvenirs for my friends. Oh, you got the Subaru one? Nice. Yeah, Subaru. Is she up here? I didn't see her up here. Nah, she's not here. Too bad. Yeah. That's nice though. Subaru's great. Anyway, so I did post about this on my Twitter profile. But I was rolling these gachas here for these little badges. The first one I rolled was Rusha. And so then my second one I rolled was a letter. I think it was the letter L or something. Or it's F or something. I had no idea why he gave me a letter. So I went and found the guy who was managing the store. I was like, hey, I got this thing from the gacha machine. And he's like, oh, you won it. And I was like, what did I win? Because, like, he didn't say anything. So he walks over here and immediately grabs the Fubuki Dakimakura and stuffs it in a bag and hands it to me. So I won a Fubuki Dakimakura that I did not realize I was in the running for. And I would have felt bad had I won something else, so I decided to only roll one more for another badge, because I figured that this one more was not going to get me a big prize. But they replaced the Fubuki Dakimakura with a Pekora one, so whoever came in after me would have been able to win a Pekora Dakimakura. But yes, I won the Fubuki Dakimakura, and Later on, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys this. I bought so many souvenirs, I could not fit the Dakimakura in my suitcase. I had to buy extra bags to stuff other souvenirs in those bags so I could fit this Dakimakura in my suitcase. Anyway, yeah. So I won a Dakimakura by accident, basically. It was really cool, but also kind of inconvenient. But I mean, it was awesome. Okay, I felt great. Then I saw another gachapon store, which is like, I think it was what, 5,000 yen gacha. But the prizes were really, really good. Unfortunately, I did not win any gacha, any really good stuff. So instead, I lost like $100 there. Well, I lost like 10,000 yen at that gacha. But yeah, should have just carried it onto the plane with me. I would not trust other people not to steal it. Okay, okay. Like most people are fine, but there's always that chance somebody's gonna see the Fubuki Dakimakura and just grab it, you know. So I couldn't trust that. So I shoved her in the in the in the suitcase. Anyway, next day, went back to my hotel, obviously. Next day, what did I do my next day? Did I go to Nara the next day? Was that when I went to Nara? Oh, sorry, we're not done yet. That night, I went to a place I went to on my second trip to Japan, but back then it was during fall, called Toji Temple. They were doing a light show. What in the world is that? Huh. Why do they have a CG animated image here on Google? Whatever, doesn't matter. So they were doing a light show, which is what they were doing back in autumn when I came in my second trip to Japan, like 6 or 7 years ago. This time it was during spring, though. And so I wanted to go during spring and see the cherry blossoms and see how it was different. I think I liked it more this time than back in autumn, but at the same time, I'm not sure. This is one of the, I think there's 2 5-story pagodas in Japan. I might be wrong about that. This is one of them. The other one's in Hiroshima, which I also saw, but I didn't get that close to. Anyway, as you can see, it's being lit up from the bottom, and it was really cool. It was this entire place was like a garden. It was a Buddhist temple, but it had a really large garden out front of it, and the garden is basically what the light up show is. But the entire time, I was mostly focused with the Toji Toji pagoda here. But you can see all the foliage here too, and there's a lot of noise in that image, so I guess I didn't denoise it properly, but whatever. But yes, a lot of these images do not quite capture the magnificence of this light show. And if you're ever in Kyoto during either spring or autumn, I don't know the exact dates that these light shows go to, because the light shows are not a year-round thing. I do highly recommend coming here, though, because it is a very beautiful place. There were a lot of tourists here. There weren't any during the time I came during autumn, but again, right now the yen's super cheap, so that's probably why there were a lot more tourists here than I'm used to. But it was really, really cool, really nice. Not the most crowded place in Kyoto. Kyoto is a very crowded place for tourists, which turned out to be a big issue when I wanted to go somewhere else later, but we'll get to that in a bit. So the next day, woke up very early to go to Nara, because the last time I went to Japan, I went to Nara for stayed in Kyoto for like 2 days before I got to Fukuoka, and I went to Nara. When I was in Nara, it was very crowded, and there's a major temple there that I wanted to get to before the crowd showed up. So I got to Nara way before everything opened and walked around the park and saw some deer. So from Kyoto, I took a day trip south to, that's Nara Prefecture. Where's Nara City? Nara City's right there. Okay. So, all the way to Nara Park. From the bus station, or the train station, I walked up this main road up to the Nara Park and just walked around the park for a bit until the Todaiji Temple opened up. Light shows and fireworks are some of my favorite things to look at. Good, good. You would like that place a lot then. So, Nara. I'm sure most of you have at least heard of Nara. Nara is famous for its temple and its park. Its park is full of deer. There are deer everywhere here. And have you guys seen Nichijou? Oh, look at that guy. He's sunbathing. I don't know. He actually kind of looks like he's dying now. Dying of thirst or something. Anyway, yes. These deer, if you've seen Nichijou, you've probably seen the scene with the principal suplexing a deer. Because the deer is being very aggressive, right? Well, I guess the principal actually kind of aggravates the deer first, but whatever. These deer are fine until you go up to these little food stalls on the sides and buy some deer senbei. I've seen that gif a lot. Yes, okay, then you're familiar with that. Yeah, let me see. 10 or... Let me see. Nichijou deer. Yes, this. These deer are incredibly aggressive in Nara as soon as they realize that you have food in your hand. There are food stands that you can't see here yet because I got here so early. But you can go up, buy some deer senbei, and as soon as the deer see anybody at the senbei stand, they will immediately just flock there and swarm you. And they will start to nudge you with their heads. They will bite you. Anywhere that they can reach. I got bitten in the ass like 5 times when I went and bought my senbei. And here's the thing. I didn't even buy the senbei close to the deer because I saw all the deer swarm another stand where somebody was buying them. And she started screaming because, you know, she was a girl and didn't realize that the deer were, like, going to be that aggressive. So she just starts screaming in the middle of the park, just starts throwing the senbei as far away from her as she can. It was kind of really funny, actually. I don't know if I got that on my camera. I hope I got that on my camera. I still have to go through my movie footage, but I hope I got that on camera because it was hilarious. But also felt kind of bad for her because she was not expecting the deer to be that aggressive. Anyway, yeah. These deer, they're very docile until they see that you have food, and then they will swarm you. Anyway, so after walking around the park a bit, I went to Todaiji Temple as soon as it would open. It opens up at 7:30 a.m. Reminder, guys, I got here as soon, before anything opened in Nara, basically, because I wanted to beat the crowd. I was like the 3rd person in line to get inside of the temple. And this temple used to be the largest wooden building in the world. I think it still ranks in the top 10, maybe top 20. But it is a very, very, very big building. I cannot stress that enough. This is just the front gate. This is not the temple itself. This is already pretty big. Like, this is the size of some of the major temples in Japan that I've been to. Like, the one in Zenkoji was maybe slightly bigger than this. The temple itself. And unfortunately, these images I took do not do the size of this justice. Let me get some images up here before I actually show you the main building. This building actually houses the, I think it's the largest bronze Buddha statue in the world. Let me just grab a whole bunch of them, actually. So, this is Todaiji. Right? Todaiji? Yeah, Todaiji. I cannot stress just how big this building is. You feel like an ant when you're staring up at it. And it's all made out of wood, I think it's like 1,300 years old. Like, look how small these people are compared to the doors going in. It is a massive building. Like, I've been to Tokyo Skytree, and Tokyo Skytree is like the second biggest building in the world. But I didn't really get the sense of scale from that as I did with this. This thing also has a very massive courtyard in front of it. But yes, this building is immense. Yes, this is huge and beautiful. Yes, just like I like my women. Let's see. You cannot see the Buddha statue in here from this image, unfortunately. But I think I did. I just brought in a whole bunch of other images. I think the Buddha statue's in one of them. This place is pretty. Yes, it is. It is very beautiful. I do recommend a day trip to Nara if you're staying in Osaka or Kyoto. It doesn't matter which one you stay at. You can take a day trip here from either one of those. I'm not sure if it's worth more than a day. There are some places that I would have liked to have gone to, but I could not. I did not have the time. Well, actually, I did have the time. The issue was, at this point, I was walking so much. I was probably walking around 80,000 steps a day at a minimum, guys, up to this point. So I was exhausted. I don't remember what day this was. It was about halfway through my trip. So after seeing what I wanted to hear and going to a store that I was wanting to go to, which I'm about to get to, I went back home and I think I ate lunch and immediately fell asleep, and I slept for like 13 hours. Let's see. Okay, so this is that little lantern at the very front. There's the Buddha statue. So this is the largest bronze Buddha statue in the world, I believe. Or maybe it's the largest one in Japan. I think it's the world. Bronze Buddha statue. And then you had some other icons here. Here's the, let me see, Todaiji. The original temple scale of 1 to 50. Let's see. Does it say anything here? There's 2 pagodas in the east and the west, or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Interesting. Didn't know that they... Or whatever. Why do I have 2 of these images? Whatever, it doesn't matter. It looks nice. Anyway, recommend Nara. Let's talk about the rest of this trip. So I had some friends that came to Japan back in October last year. And while he was here, he wanted to get a good knife. Unfortunately, the knife place that he saw at Nishiki Market was kind of like selling scam knives. So he was kind of upset by that. However, while he was exploring Nara with his wife, they found a store, a knife store in Nara. I think it's like right up here. One of these buildings here. I think it's this one. It is a 700-year-old knife store. It's been in operation for 7 centuries. The 1300s. And they sell very high-quality knives. So I walked from over here because my friend told me about the store, and I was like, you know what? I want a knife too. So I went all the way through the park, saw some very beautiful parts of the park, and walked up here and bought myself a knife. I did not take a picture of the knife. I should have. I might do that later. Maybe not tonight. It's getting kind of late. But I bought myself a knife. I bought my brother a knife. My knife is made out of cold steel. My brother's is made out of stainless steel because I do not think that he would take care of it like he should. Because when you buy like an actual steel knife, you have to take care of it with like a whetstone and everything. I bought a whetstone while I was here. A whole bunch of stuff. It was a really, really cool place. Again, these knives are pretty expensive, so keep that in mind. But if you are in the market for some cutlery, come here. Now, obviously, if you buy a knife in Japan, or from this store anyway, actually, I think it's any cooking knife in Japan, you have to keep it wrapped up the entire time that you're in Japan. You are not allowed to unwrap it. It could get you in some major legal trouble if you do. So I kept it wrapped up the entire time. They wrapped it at the store, and I did not take it out of the wrap at all or anything. I did not damage it. I was paranoid to damage it. I did not want to get in trouble. Anyway, so let me see. Did I take some pictures of some of this stuff here? I took some pictures going up to the store, it looks like, because the store is kind of at the top of a hill, at the top of Nara Park. So this is the temple that I went to over here. And I had to walk up this way. This entire thing is like going uphill up here. So keep that in mind. I had some images walking up to the hill. Those are not the... Damn it, I did it again! Let me see. Hold on, where are those images? I think that right there is the image of the store. Let me see. Yeah, 700 years of fine traditional craftsmanship. Okay, let me get that up on screen real quick. Kikuichi cutlery is what it's called. 700-year family tradition of fine craftsmanship. I did not take pictures inside because I wasn't sure if that would be considered rude or not. But that is it. As a tourist, you mean? Yes, as a tourist. Pretty sure a Japanese has to keep them wrapped up until they get home. Yeah, correct. As a tourist, you have to keep them wrapped up. Anyway, so yes, there's deer going up the entire path up to that store. I took some pictures of that fawn right there. But again, I saw some area where people were having picnics here, and it was very beautiful. It was covered in cherry blossoms, and I took some video of this. I know I took some video of this, but I need to go in and blur people's faces before I can show it on stream. Anyway, after that, I went back to the station, but before getting on the station, I decided to go eat some steak. I ate Yamato Gyu, which is sorry. That was one of the 3 most famous steaks in Japan. And it was probably the best meal I had in Japan. The meat was so... I had so much fat in it. Like, unlike in America, the fat's actually, like, marbled into the meat for Japanese beef. So instead of having, like, a glob of fat that you'd bite into like you do in American meat, the meat's mixed into... the fat's mixed into the meat. So it blends in with the flavor of the beef. And it's really, really good. The meat melts in your mouth as you're eating it. It was very good. And it wasn't that expensive as far as Japanese steaks go. It was like $60. Of course, that was also the lunch price. So anyway, I went back to Kyoto after that. And like I said, I slept for like 13 hours. Did I take a picture of the meat? I did not take a picture of the meat. I'm sorry. I might have taken a picture of the meat on my phone, but I did not on my camera. So then I slept for 13 hours, woke up and decided to do my laundry. And then I realized that I hadn't been to the place that I wanted to go to the most in Kyoto, which is Kiyomizudera. Which is when I realized that I made a mistake. Because the dryers in Japan suck. They suck really bad. They are not that hot at all. So you have to put your laundry through the dryer multiple times before it dries up all the way. And I realized after I had stuck my laundry in the washing machine that I was going to have to wait for them to get dried all the way before I could go to Kiyomizudera. This is supposed to be my rest day, but I wanted to go to Kiyomizudera, take some pictures, and leave. Because when I came to Kyoto during my second trip, I came to Kiyomizudera, but they were doing renovations, so I had scaffolding everywhere, and it looked disgusting. I was very upset by that, so I needed to get my revenge this trip. And I completely forgot to do that until after I'd already started my laundry. So I had to wait for my laundry to finish before going up here. And of course, I got up here at like noon, which is like the peak of the day. It was so crowded. This was the most crowded place I went to when I was in Japan. You could not move. It was very dangerous. I thought I was going to die. Mostly because I'm an introvert. But I think even extroverts would have been a little bit, that would have been too much for them. It was very miserable, but I finally was able to see Kiyomizu-dera in its full glory, and I think it was worth it. I think it was worth it. It was painful, but it was worth it. So let me see. Where is my image of Kiyomizu-dera? I have two images of Kiyomizu-dera. That was the close-up one. This is the further away. No, that's the wrong one. Crap, I grabbed the wrong one. Oh no, I don't know where the other one is. All right, well, whatever. This one's the best one, I guess, anyway. I developed the wrong one, apparently. But yes, Kiyomizu-dera is built on the side of a cliff, or mountain, or something, I guess. But it's a very famous place. When I came here, they were also... Not only was this place full of tourists, it was full of Japanese students who were having field trips that day to this temple. I do remember when I came here like 7 years ago that there was a dango store that was really nice. Unfortunately, that was closed when I came by. I really wanted to go there again, but I couldn't. And then as I was leaving to Kiyomizu-dera, the main street was so crowded, I decided to go a side way over here. As you can see here, it's called Otani Cemetery. I did not realize that this was a cemetery. So I came walking around here and walked back this way. And suddenly I saw a whole bunch of these structures erected out of the ground. And I was like, wow, that looks interesting. What's over here? And then I realized it was in a freaking graveyard. I felt like a jerk because, like, you're not supposed to go through graveyards as like a tourist, right? That's like a dick move. So I felt bad, but I was like already going down this pathway, and I was like, you know what, whatever. I'll just walk through it. Yeah. I decided not to take pictures of the graveyard for obvious reasons. I felt like that would be disrespectful for the dead, or to the dead. Anyway, guys, that was like the halfway point of my trip. I am losing my voice, so I think we'll go over the rest of this later. I'll just go ahead and tell you the basic gist of what happened. But, yeah, go to bed. I need to go to bed, I know. Anyway, so the next part of my trip was from Kyoto. I went to Himeji, which is where the largest still standing castle of Japan is. And then from Himeji, I went to Kobe. This was a single day, by the way. Went up to the top of a mountain at Kobe. There's a famous garden up there, and that was really nice. I have some pictures that I want to show of that. I'll do that next stream, I guess. And then I went back to Kyoto. I went to Hiroshima. I saw the castle at Hiroshima. Now, the castle at Hiroshima was destroyed during the atom bomb, so it's a rebuilt castle. It's still a really nice castle. Really recommend it. There's also a what is it called? Itsukijima somewhere. One of these, there we go. It's Itsukushima, or also called Miyajima. I went here. That was pretty cool. I'll go over it in more details later. And then the next day I went to Okayama, and that was my last day in Kyoto. After that, I went all the way up to Yamanashi, and I stayed at, let's see, where did I stay at? I stayed in this area, the Fuji 5 Lakes. So, that was the last part of my trip. Went to Yokohama for my last night. Met one of my friends in Yokohama, had dinner with them, and then the next day I had to go back home. So, fantastic trip. I basically did a circle. And I've now seen almost everything I wanted to see in Japan. I've still not been in the northern half of Japan. I would like to come up here at some point. I was supposed to go to Sapporo in late January, early February. Unfortunately, stuff happened and I could not do that. So I had to postpone that trip, and that's why I had this trip by myself. I was supposed to go with friends in February. So, unfortunately, I had to do a solo trip this time, and it was fantastic. I was able to do things that I don't think my friends would have wanted to do, because I know most of my friends aren't really big on castles and stuff like that. But you know what? That's fine. What is the cat island? That would be Nekojima? Neko Island or whatever? I think that's up north. I'm not positive. I've not been there. Pretty sure it was bunnies. There's Bunny Island. Is there a Bunny Island in Hiroshima? There might be. Small Mount Fuji. I'm not sure if there is or not. There might be. The castles are cool. I know, right? That's what I said. But no. My second trip to Japan, I went to Himeji with 2 of my friends. So I went back to Himeji this time because I wanted to see it during spring. Because that trip was during autumn. And my friends weren't as big on the castles as I was. They were fine with it, but it wasn't really their highlight. But Himeji, massive castle. This is probably the castle that I recommend the most people that see. It's also the most crowded though, but it is a massive castle. There were castles in Matsumoto. There was the ruins of the castle in Kanazawa. There was a castle in Himeji, castle in Okayama, and then there was a castle in Hiroshima. So those were all the castles that I went to this trip. And I took pictures of all of them, but unfortunately, we do not have the time to go through them today. So maybe on Wednesday. Although I might have something I'm doing on Wednesday. Yeah. I'm supposed to see a house that's on the market either Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure which day yet. So I might not be streaming those days, depending on which day that is. But guys, thank you all for tuning in. Sorry this went a lot longer than I thought it would, but I hope you all enjoyed it. I might just devote the rest, the next stream specifically to my Japan trip instead of doing video gaming and Japan like I did this trip, this stream. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye for now.